Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Alright, brothers and sisters, let's get started. First, I'd like to speak about the NOI Fraudcast. Anybody watched it? You see what's going on over there. It's obvious that they're in trouble, that they're being crushed. They're being crushed by the messenger of the covenant, by Suleiman. And they're in complete defense mode because they spent X amount of time trying to clear Farrakhan's name, always trying to find a way to speak highly of him and utilize the scripture to clear his name as being Allah, one of Allah's great servants and a great prophet and this and that, and he's this, he's that, he's this, instead of spending time on what's taking place in leading the people the right way and give them the proper guidance and tools to be successful in what's coming their way. Because right now our people are in danger and they're spending X amount of time in defense mode because they're in trouble, because Farrakhan's a liar. You see, he's not who he claims to be. He's exactly the opposite. He's not all these great things. He's terrible things. In the scripture, everywhere that he's in any scripture that you pull up, is nothing ever good to say about him. So they have to find things to speak about. They got to speak highly of him because he's full of shit. So they got to put as much perfume and pretty bedazzled dresses and all these fancy things to cover up his shit. He's full of shit, and it's obvious, brothers and sisters. So they're spending all this time to do that, and there's important things going on. You see that our people need to know, and it says our people are lost from the lack of knowledge, which he's not giving them. You understand? So they're lost from you. Y'all so busy worried about Farrakhan and trying to make him look good and trying to cover up all his mess. That it's important. It's an important event going on right now, right in front of your eyes. The greatest sign in human history, which is what's going on in Gaza with the abomination of desolation that false Israel's involved in. You see, Farrakhan's not speaking about that. He's not telling you to focus on that. He's not telling you to don't worry about what the hell they talking about. We're going to focus on the mission. The mission is to make sure that my people understand that they're in danger, and to make sure that they know that the sign is here, that our people are in, that they're about to be, that the time of unprecedented trouble is right around the corner. You understand? That our people are about to be in complete darkness. You see? Because they're not given the information they need. That's why I said it says my people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That they didn't know that they didn't know this sign, the abomination of desolation that's taking place in Gaza. They didn't know that after this, the desolation of false Israel, before that they was under attack. You see? That all these things, that the war in heaven, you see, with Michael and his angels versus Dragon, his angels about to kick off, and once that happens, boom, that's an authority switch, and that's when his angels take over the Middle East, and now that's an authority switch, and the oil is cut here in America, and now that, you see, in this world, this reality is based off oil. It runs off oil. It's fueled by oil, and that's a problem. That means that everything's gonna die. That's here in America. If you don't. Say, why would you stay here in the land of imprisonment? Everything here is about to be uninhabitable. It's about to be destroyed. You understand? That you can't run the reality without the oil. So that means everything stops. And that means now it's chaos, complete chaos. No food, no water, no electricity, no electronics, no nothing, no anything. And now you see? Now that's put you in a position where you're starving. You see? Now it says you're 3/5 of a human. It means that you're the first one when they ain't got no food, no this and that, nothing. Who do you think they're going to put on the menu? And Farrakhan's telling you to stock up on food. He's telling you to be a target. He's telling you to do all these things. He got you going down the wrong direction. The direction to your death. You see? And it's obvious what's going on, brothers and sisters. He's not no Messiah. He's not nothing. He's just trying to buy himself time until he can escape from the mess that he made. And he was living off the members. You see? And he's sucking them dry. And that's why he was cursed with a curse. For all eyes to see that he was a damn coward and a punk and a liar. And he was robbing God and his nation. You see? And that's what's going on. You see? And they should be telling you about what's taking place right now, which is the greatest sign in human history, which is being performed on by Satan. You see? It's being performed on by Satan, which is false Israel. You see? But he speaks highly of false Israel. Why? Because his devil daddy. That's his devil daddy in them. You see, they already blew up. They blew his ass up already. That's why he's disemboweled. You see? That way that they could trust it for him to continue to deceive the blacks, the original people of, you see, just to keep deceiving our people. You see? The original people here in America, you see? So he can continue, right? So because he can't speak against them, because that's his devil daddy. That's Satan. You see? Satan is false Israel. And his daddy's a Portuguese Jew. You see? And he can't speak against them. So they already warned him by blowing up his insides. You see? Which is not a test from God, because you can recover from a test. You can't recover from that. They blew up the inside. Now you can't even enjoy your heaven, which is a woman. All that stuff is messed up. You can't even produce a child anymore. You can't even enjoy heaven. That's not a trial. You see? That's a curse. He was cursed with a visible flame for all eyes to see, called disembowelment. God's insides blown up. See? Because they sent a powerful sign to him to make sure he don't play around, and he need to finish the job. For you to love devils, loving devils, bringing devils into the NOI. Talking about don't call devils no more, and don't worry about being all this and that. We're staying here to land in your imprisonment. And he's speaking about the satanic Jews, right? Trying to separate the good ones from the bad. When it said that none of them was righteous, not one of them good, not one. You see, but his job is to get you to love the enemy. You see, they say to turn your hearts back to the Father, but he's the one turning your heart back to the enemy. He's the one that he was the one between the messenger, the covenant, who you're supposed to be seeking, who's destroying him with the brightness of his coming. You see, he's the one doing it. He's the one putting pressure on him. He's that higher pressure that's eliminating Farrakhan, eliminating all his crap, pointing out he's the one making war with him. You see, because he made war with the saints. You understand? But he can't speak against them because those are his devil daddies. And so he can't, naturally he just can't. You see? So he's claiming to be the Messiah and all that, but he's Caucasian and black skin. He's a devil, the son of a devil, son of perdition, son of hell, son of hell. You see? The devil means the father, that his father is a devil. His father is Satan. You see? So he will do the works of Satan. That's exactly what he's doing. You see? And it's obvious what's going on over there, brothers and sisters, is what I'm saying, is he's in trouble. So let's get to it. Satan is false Israel, brothers and sisters, which can be found in Revelation chapters 2 and 3, verse 9, both chapters. And it tells you, it says, as many ones as not are having a teaching this, meaning this right here, brothers and sisters, the 7 churches speaks to this, and it's in Revelations as well. That's the Injil, you see, which is the higher pressure for this reality, which was unsealed by Suleiman, by the messenger of the covenant, who you're supposed to be seeking. You see, and it says for even Satan would disguise himself an angel of light, but he wasn't who he claimed to be. You see, but that's what he's done, and he was the one who blinded the minds of the people and had them unable to see the glorious light, the good news, and they don't understand the message which his teaching exists. And Farrakhan's connected to that. You see. So, but go back to what I was saying. It's in Revelation chapters 2, 3, verse 9. Both chapters tell you. It says Satan. It says, I am giving out of the Satan. I am giving out of the synagogue of Satan. So, who has synagogues? False Israel does. Out of the synagogue of Satan. See, that's where you be, right? They have synagogues, Satan. So it's saying they Satan. It said, and the ones saying themselves Jews, ain't that them? And they claim to be Jews. It says what? To be, and not they are, but they are lying. Meaning that they're not who they claim to be. They're not that. And it says the blasphemy, which is that lie, out of the ones, false Israel, they are out of the ones saying what? Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? So it's very clear on who they are, brothers and sisters. That's clear. But you have Farrakhan telling that they're not. That some of them are satanic, some of them are not. So he's here to expose the satanic ones. He's here to separate the good ones from the bad. But they said don't take Jews and Christians for friends. So he's a damn liar, because said none of them was good, not one. And he's one of them. That's why he's speaking for them. He's not speaking up for you, because he he did exactly what a black person passing as a Caucasian man would do, right? We'll say that you're black and you go into the Ku Klux Klan. You're going to start going and mess up the teachings. You're going to start switching up the teachings. You're going to start trying to say that blacks can come into the Ku Klux Klan now. And not all blacks are bad. Some stop calling blacks niggas and stuff like that, right? Stop doing that. You start turning the Ku Klux members' heart to blacks. Like, you need to love blacks and it's okay to love blacks and we're going to do this with blacks now. You see, and that's what he's doing. Just in a black. And you see, he uses blackface to do what the devils would do, which is to destroy the message, stop you from rising up, stop you from uploading the information you need to be successful, which is to separate from your enemies. You see, he's not teaching the original teachings of Master Muhammad or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's message. He's not teaching that message anymore. He's teaching Scientology. He's teaching Dianetics. He's teaching confession. He's teaching all these other things. You see, L. Ron Hubbard. You see, he's teaching that. The devil's trying to give our people the devil's mind, saying that the devil is more superior and supreme than the original man, the original nation's mind, than your God mind, which is a lie. He's just doing what his devil daddies would do. You see, and that's what it said he would do. He said he would make war with the saints. You see, he said that he would go against after Moses departed. It said Aaron had the people going against God's teachings and had them worship the golden calf, which is Sunniism. And he said he got his followers, he got himself slaughtered, and his followers slaughtered as well. So that's exactly what's going to happen. You see, because everywhere he pop up, he's no good. You see, so he should be telling you right now that Satan, it's false Israel, and that all of them, not some of them, all of them. And now they're showing their true colors. It said actions speak louder than words. It said no truth by the fruit it bears. And now they're doing the works of Satan, and they're doing right now what they're doing. Look what they're doing to the people in Gaza. If you've been paying attention, that's an abomination of desolation. You understand, brothers and sisters? That's an abomination of desolation. You see it? This is what's taking place right now. They're starving out innocent women and children, blowing up innocent women and children, stopping them from getting resources they need to help and fend for their families and to feed themselves, and blowing up their infrastructures and homes and making where they live uninhabitable. And they're doing the works of Satan. And so you call this the works of God? And these are supposed to be God's chosen people. The world is structured around the idea that false Israel is God's chosen people. So this is messing with that ideology. This is messing with that idea that these are good people. So it's making it easier to receive this message, which is the teaching of this, that you see that Satan would disguise himself as angel of light, but he's indeed Satan, and he did the works of Satan. It was easier to now accept that he's Satan, and he's not of God. He's not of the righteous God. He's right. They all say Satan. They all Satan. The hell with Satan. They all Satan. You see how devils are Satan, and now their actions is showing who they truly are, brothers and sisters. And that's what Farrakhan should be telling you. They're all wicked. They're all evil. And now look at what's taking place in Gaza, which is what they're doing. You see, what they're doing is the greatest sign in human history that all blacks in America is about to be attacked. That all blacks are about to be in danger, because what they're doing is an action that has to be corrected, which means that their desolation is next. I mean, their destruction. So what they're doing, they've lost complete control, brothers and sisters. That's why they're resorting to violence. You understand? Because they don't have any control. So you resort to violence, and it intensifies the more you lose control, which means they're about to go out. So they're about to be destroyed. So that's why you see, and we don't have any emotional tie to what the Palestinians are going through, because they're the ones who cut us down and handed us over to so-called slavery through the Holocaust. They betrayed their brothers into slavery from jealousy, because we were the ones to inherit the kingdom, inherit the promised land, and they wanted the inheritance because they thought they felt right. Ishmael, you see, Ishmael and Isaac, they betrayed Isaac you see, that's what they did. You see, they were jealous of Isaac because Isaac was getting the inheritance. And he didn't think that was right because he was the oldest brother. So he betrayed his brother into slavery. He was the one that was in control of the border, allowing them people to come and go. And he allowed the devils to come in, let them right to him, cut them down, hand them right over into the Holocaust. And now what you see them going through for the last 75 years, right? The 75 years or so, that's from the consequence of them betraying their brothers into so-called slavery. You see, and they still, and you see, because they wanted their land, they wanted all these things, and that ain't right. And they betrayed us to do it, and they was hoping to get rid of us. So that's their consequence. And now they paid that debt, but they still got that land. So that's still something that has to be done. So then it's not over for them. You get it? But that time has come where they have paid up their debt, and now you have Satan performing abomination of desolation on them because the debt was paid, and now they're committing, you see, this action on them, which is a balance that has to be corrected because they've already paid off their balance on that behalf. So now what Satan is doing is, you see, it's got to be balanced. You see, so that means that the desolation is near. That desolation is that false Israel's desolation is near, which means that's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. You understand? That's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. So the abomination of desolation, right? We know about desolation is destruction. Ain't that what they're doing over there to the Palestinians? Ain't that what they're doing? And it says what? Abomination, which the word connected is abominable. You see, which means causing moral revulsion. You see, which means the uprising was suppressed with abominable cruelty. You see, with destruction. Ain't that what they're doing to the Palestinians? You see, and so this is what we should be spoken of by the so-called prophet Farrakhan and all those pastors and preachers and reverends and people that's sucking God dry, taking money from people. When they say you should follow those that's on the right course, and he take no money from you, it says that you should follow the one that's on the right course. You see, and he wants nothing from you, no reward from you, but they're taking money from you to give you God's knowledge when it's yours. You see, so they should be telling about this. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, you see, which was spoken of through Daniel, which anybody speaking about this, you know, they're claiming to be Daniel or with Daniel. You see, so if they're not with Daniel and they claim they are Daniel, but they're not even speaking about this, so how are they Daniel the prophet, or how are they any type of prophet, or how are you any type of messenger of God when you should be speaking about this? You see, and the only person speaking about this is the messenger of the covenant and those with him, those that are, you see, those that can see what he's saying and can understand. Like I said, let the reader understand, right? What he's saying. You see, so we speaking out against what he's saying. He's saying this, and we can see it. You see, we were blessed to see what was going on. So it said the Daniel the prophet. You see, the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, which is Jerusalem. So all this is happening in Jerusalem. So let you understand that this is the greatest sign in human history. You see, so that's what they're doing over there. Abomination of desolation, abominable. You see, that's the words connected with it. That makes sense with what's taking place because Hamas was trying to rise up. They were rising up, a great rise, and it was suppressed by false Israel. Their uprising was suppressed with abominable cruelty of destruction. So that's what's taking place, brothers and sisters. So, but you see, there's no one speaking about it. But they should be popping this off. If they connected to God, if they of God, if they hear what God's saying, and if Farrakhan claims he's the Messiah, he speak directly to God, he speak directly to the Mahdi and the Messiah, and he's waiting for them to give him what he needs, then he should be firing this off because they with this. They know, you see, they in alignment with the messenger of the covenant. They know exactly, you see, they know that this is what he will be doing. This is what the messenger of the covenant will be doing. So he can't be the messenger of the covenant. He can't be Daniel. He can't be Jesus. He can't be any of these things. He can't be none of those characters because they all connected back to the messenger of the covenant. And he don't even speak about the covenant. That's another thing. But either way it go, brothers and sisters, this is what should be spoken about. It's happening right now. You see? And And he's not even covering it. He's not even speaking to it. Because he can't. Because that'd be the end of him. That means that he's in trouble. He's hoping it goes another way. He's hoping that this doesn't happen. That the destruction of false Israel does not happen. He's rooting the other way because he's in trouble. Because that means that everything else has to happen next. Which means the accuse of our brother will be casted down. You understand? It means that he's the one accusing our brother of being wicked and sinful and evil. And it's him. It's him. You see? And he's going to be exposed and done away with by the ones in the NOI. Because they're on to him. That's why he's in trouble. And he can't speak to this because then that means now that everything that Suleiman's been saying is 100% correct. And he's the one. That he's all these things that Farrakhan claimed to be, right? That except all the disembowelment and all that's on him. You see? All those things. But other than that, he tried to be Suleiman. He's the one making war with the saints. He's the one that robbed God and his nation. He's the one that's cursed. You see? Now he's the one funking up the temple and bringing devils and demons in the temple of God. You see? So he should be speaking about this, brothers and sisters. This abominable of desolation. This you see? Exactly what he should be speaking about, brothers and sisters. What's going on in Gaza? What's been going on for months? Which is the works of Satan. Abomination of desolation. Abominable. You see? The uprising was suppressed with abominable cruelty. Yeah. They dig it for they love them. It's uninhabited. It's destroyed. Look at them. In pain, suffering, right? Hurting. What about us? What about the blacks here in America that y'all betrayed? See? We don't give a damn about none of that. We don't care for you. You didn't give a damn about us. You see? But now look at you. This is still nothing compared to what the black man and woman of America went through. You see? But this would be the sign for everyone to see that all blacks were in danger. But we shared it. So we get life you. The life that you need to save your life. Because the house is on fire. And here it is, it's on fire. It's on fire. You see? And now I'm telling you, it's on fire, it's on fire. I'm trying to wake you up. Because now destruction is headed your way. They're coming to kill all blacks. You understand? Because the destruction of false Israel is on the way. And it says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. And they've already been physically surrounded. And it says when you see the abomination of desolation, it says flee to the mountains, flee, flee, flee. So because it's letting you know that the destruction is on the way. That's the connection. You see? They've already been surrounded. And that happened around the same time the abomination of desolation happened. And it said destruction is on the way. And that means the abomination, you see abomination of desolation, that means destruction is on the way. You see? Because they're doing an action that has to be adjusted. And the reaction is their desolation. False is desolation. That's why it says flee. Flee, flee, flee. Telling you to get the hell out of there and get into the inner cities where the all blacks are going to be. Telling you to get out of there. Get away from the suburbs. Get away from these devils. Get away from them. Get away from these devils. Get out of the suburbs. Get into the inner cities because they're about to make war. It's going to be obvious. They're already making war with you, but it's going to be no more sugarcoat, no more sweetener, no more this, no more that. They're going to let you know exactly how they feel, and they're going to kill you. You see that? You see? They're not going to play with you anymore because now you become an existential threat to their lives. Meaning that either you or them have to go, and now they're going to choose their life over yours. They're going to choose to say their life over yours, and now you become a national security threat. And now they're going to be told to wipe you out because now they realize that you are their judgment, that you're the personification of their judgment, meaning that you're here to get an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You see? Do unto them as was done to you. You see? And right now, what you're seeing is, like I said, abominable cruelty. You see? This is what you see. And false Israel is performing these actions. You see? So-called God's chosen people who America and Britain put in place, established to counter your claim as being a true seed of Abraham. You see, because they knew that they knew that they didn't get away with what they did. So now anybody, it's like when you're on trial, right? And you got all this evidence pent against you, your best bet is to get rid of the evidence. You see, that's what they think. They don't understand how mathematics work. It wouldn't matter if you got rid of us, you still can't get rid of the consequence. That's the part that's impossible. No one can get rid of consequence. You can't. No one can escape it. You see, so just come in another form. But still, that's what criminals do. They try to get rid of the evidence. So they're trying to get rid of you. They're trying to betray you. They're trying to destroy your image, make you worthless, make you look like you're nothing, make you like fools, clowns. You see? And that's what false Israel has done. They're trying to, you see? And they're doing this, and they've done to you. And they invested in your destruction. And so had the Palestinians. You see? But how this is their consequences. You see? And right. What I'm saying is that false Israel is that these devils and Satan have partnered together, the Jews and the Christians who hate you so much, they partnered together to destroy you because they know if you rise up, that's their destruction. So they have to prevent you from rising up. And that's why when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that their destruction is near. That's already them being surrounded. They've already been surrounded by all these Islamic countries and by the Shia and by Muslims. You see, by all these Muslims, they've already been surrounded by all these armies physically. You see, and now spatially, which we won't. Never mind, brothers. It was just focus on the fact that it says when you see the abomination, desolation, it says flee. You see, because destruction is on the way, and it says flee because now you're in danger. Because the reason why that's what I was getting to. They established them to counter your claim. You see, so now the reason why they established false Israel is about to fail. So if it fails, they can't allow it to fail. You see, they can't allow it to fail because then you rise. So now they're coming to attack you before the idea spreads that you're the true seed of Abraham. You understand? So they got to get you before false Israel goes down. You see? And that's when they're going to attack. Which is soon, brothers, they're going to attack you because now that ideology is destroyed. You see? Now they can't allow that idea because false Israel is going to be exposed as Satan. And that means that they're not the true seed of Abraham. So someone is, and you have second claim. So they're going to rush at you to stop you. And then not to mention, the next thing that's about to take place is Michael and his angel versus the dragons and his angel, which is the God, Almighty God, Master Muhammad and his angels. Iran and Syria versus the House of Side, which is the dragon, and his angels, America, Britain, and false Israel. And when that happened, that's the physical side of it, which we speaking about the oil. When they no longer have access to the oil, America no longer have access to the oil. American Britain, none of them have access to the oil. You see, the House of Side was defeated. You see, well, that's something else, brothers. We'll get to that in a minute. But the physical, the emotional side of it is the ideology. You see, these are Satan being exposed. You see, false Israel, the world structure around the idea that false Israel, God chose people, and now they're doing the works of Satan, and that ideology is happening. That's the emotional side, which is changing the minds of the people, right? And then now the physical side, which affects you physically, how you eat, sleep, this, that, economically. That's what's coming next, brothers and sisters. So these are the things that the so-called Messiah Farrakhan should be explaining, and those so-called woke folk and those claiming that they directly connected to God. They should be enlightening you on what's taking place right now, what's going on right now, brothers and sisters, which is this. You see? Okay, so brothers and sisters, now that we spoke about that, the abomination of desolation, which is taking place now, which is the greatest sign in human history. Now this is the thing that's taking. This is where we will be. This event is about to take place. Like I explained, Michael's angels go to war with the dragon's angels. You know what I'm saying? You know those characters as we explained, right? And in the midst of when that happens, Suleiman comes to the NOI. to clean up the temple, and they do away with Farrakhan. Ancient Days did sit, and the accused of our brother was casted down. He was casted out at the same time Satan was. You understand? And that's when all these things is taking place. And we're in that time now, brothers and sisters. You see what you have Farrakhan claiming. He's claiming that he had nothing to do with that. That whoever came to deceive the people hasn't happened yet. But it has happened, brothers and sisters, because this scripture in Daniel tell you exactly that it happened. It's telling you. See, this is Daniel, and some of this helps you if you understand the Injil. You see, and it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his heads, which is speaking about this here, these thunders and these lightnings, which is the 10 horns right there. And it said of the heads, which is right here. All the heads are right here. These characters right here, which is the 7 lampstands, which is the European nations. And then it says right here, of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. So that's speaking about the ram and the goat. And so the thunders and the lightnings is the goat, right? That's China and India. And the one with the other 2 horns, that's 1 horn, right? Which is Daniel, it morphs into a goat, which has 1 horn. And then you got Gog and Magog, right? That's the ram. That's talking about those 2 horns. And whom 3 fell. That's talking about those horns, because they who overcame them was the horn, the bear, which was a horn in Daniel. It said even of that horn, you see, which is the bear who right, those 3 fell, he conquered them. And he said, when it said what? Even of that horn that had an eye and a mouth that speak very great things. See, whose look was more stout than his fellow. So you have the bear, which is Opama, he's the horn, and this is here is the mouth position, right? Who had a mouth, this Indian language, who had a mouth, a horn who had a mouth, you see, which was Farrakhan. You see, he's the mouth. And it says, right, whose look was more stout than his fellows. You see, and it said, I behold, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. See? And that's what it's saying, that he made war against God's people. It told them not to be deceived by any means. Don't be deceived by any means, no matter what. And he said, or you see, because it says certain things, right? It says don't be deceived by any means. But they were deceived by any means. And it told them not to, because it told you exact instructions what would happen. You see? It says, let no one deceive you by any means, for the day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed. The man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, right? Which is Farrakhan. But they were deceived, you see? Because Farrakhan, he's telling you that the falling away will come first, then the man of sin is revealed. You see? That's what he said, that the falling away will come after the man of sin is revealed. You understand? It said, let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come first unless the falling away comes first, and then the man of sin is revealed. You see? So he's saying that he's exposing the man of sin. He's claiming that, right. He's claiming that, excuse me, brothers, I don't know if I said that correctly. You see, Farrakhan is lying, saying that the falling away comes after the man of sin is revealed, which is not correct. So he's claiming that that the Jews are the son of perdition, and now that he's here preaching the truth, that they are falling away, which is not what the scripture said. The scripture said that the falling away will take place, then the man of sin was revealed. It said, do not let no one deceive you by any means. So with him saying that is a clear indication that he is a liar. And it says what? And he, remember, like I said, we use this key in Daniel, and all these things are tools to help you understand what's going on. It says a horn that had a mouth. That's Farrakhan. And it says what? It said that same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. I mean, he was the one who made war with the saints and was successful for 42 years. He was the one that deceived them. They were deceived by the son of perdition, the son of hell. You see, the fall causer of the nation, who caused the nation to fall apart. It said here, and he claimed it's not him. So But that's incorrect, because it says here, until the Ancient of Days did come and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. You see, that's in your language too. The Most High was given to, was given to the saints of the Most High. You see, Most High is Suleiman. And it says given to the saints, right? The judgment was given to the saints. And it said the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. It means that the Ancient Days had sit. So who's coming after Farrakhan? You see? Because he claimed that he's the Messiah. He's claiming he's the one taking you home. He's claiming all these things, but it's saying that the Ancient Days will sit and give them give them judgment. Judgment was given to the saints, and they possessed the kingdom. And you see? And that means that we're in that time now. So, but that means somebody had to rob God. So who else is it but Louis Farrakhan, the chief demon, Legion, Lucien Grounds of the NOI backwards? Who else did it? Because somebody has to play the roles of, it was somebody between the messenger and the messenger of the covenant that was robbing God and his nation. And the only person that's been there is Farrakhan. And it says here, it says a mouth that spoke very great, very great. If you look up this word, S-P-A-K-E, spoke, is past tense for speaking, meaning that he's already done it. You understand? He's already done this thing. And then now, the next event that's taking place is the Ancient Days did sit. And he get the judgment, right? And judgment was given to the saints. You see, and the saints possessed the kingdom, and they done away with this liar, and this thief. You see, so all that makes sense, brothers and sisters. Then it's easy to calculate that Farrakhan is not who he claimed to be. He is a liar. He is a demon, which is a half devil, half man. He is the seed of his father, which is a devil. And his father is a Portuguese Jew. So he's Satan. He's little Satan, who deceived and made war with the saints and prevailed against them. And now his time is up. And that's why I say spoke very great things, because he's already done it. It's past tense. He's already done it. You see, the 42 years have already passed, and now his time is up. And it said the Ancient Day was coming to sit, which we know that's what it means. When the Ancient Days did sit, the accused of our brother was casted down. It means they about to get rid of him. And that's what it said. That's when the next thing, that's when we know that the people that sat in darkness see the great light, which we'll talk about in a minute, brothers and sisters. So this is another indication that Farrakhan is crooked. That Farrakhan is the one who done away with, who had the people going against God and had them worship the golden calf and had them going against God's teachings and all that, right? And this is another example of that he was the one who did it. You see, this is the seven churches way of saying it. It says, but I am having down on you few things, you see, that you are having. They're ones holding. You see, few things. I'm having down on you few things. You see? And when you say having down on you few things, okay, excuse me, brothers. This is speaking about Balaam and Balak. So if you understand that story, you remember he was a donkey in that, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that another time. But so if you understand that story, though, he punished the donkey 3 times. You see, and those are the 3 things that he had. You see, he said, but I'm having down on you few things. You see, because these few things that he didn't like. You see, but so now he had to chastise him 3 times. See, so it's connection to that. And it says that they are having their ones holding, but I'm having down on you few things that you are having their ones holding the teaching of Balaam. Right? So Balaam is Master Farah Muhammad. You see, holding the teachings of Balaam. So remember, the representation of his teachings was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when Elijah Muhammad departed, who was the one holding his teachings? It was Farrakhan. He's the one holding the teaching. Who was teaching the who? Balak. Balak is false Israel. You see, which is a connection because his father's a Portuguese Jew. His father is a false Israel. He's false Israel. See, so the one holding the teachings of Balaam, who teaches Balak, means there's a connection there because that's his devil daddy, Satan, and he was the one throwing. He's a hand, throw, fall, causer. He fall, causer, meaning he was the one that caused the nation to fall apart. He was the one that did it. You see, throw, hand, and fall, causer, meaning he was the one that caused the nation to fall away. In sight, and he's a sight, meaning he's an eye. So this is all in your language. In sight of the sons of Israel. Here, the sons of Israel right here. You see, the elect. That's the sons of Israel, brothers and sisters. So this is more proof that he was that horn. I mean, he was that horn that had a mouth that made war with the saints. It's the same thing. And he was the one who was holding the teachings and started teaching other things. Because that's the whole story of Balaam and Balak. When Master Muhammad, because he was a donkey that was riding Balaam, that was supposed to ride him, you see, and the donkey kept getting off the right road, and so he kept beating him. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Why are you doing these things?" You know what I'm saying? You see, because his ways were contrary from the gods. Meaning he was a devil. You understand? So he was afraid of his devil daddies and them. He's afraid of. And also, that talks about Sunnism. He's afraid of the angel on the road. He's afraid of Sunnism. He's afraid because they all got him. he's working for all of them because they all got him by the tongue, by the neck, by the whatever the hell they got him by. He's ordered by them. He's an FBI informant. He's an agent. He's working for them. They paying him to keep the lie alive that we're nothing, that the devil is superior than us, that we're not going anywhere, that we're not, that, you know what I'm saying, that the promised land is America. Devils ain't devils no more, and we ain't getting that. We ain't getting no land. We ain't going nowhere. And some Jews are good, some of them ain't. When they say all devils, I said all of them was bad. All of them, not one of them. You see, he's being paid to give us the devil's mind, to do away, to destroy the teachings. You see, to destroy the teachings that's going to rise you up. He's the one in the way that's trying to do away, that's helping Massa do away with you. So that's a connection of the one holding the teachings. He's holding it. The one holding the teachings who was teaching. To Balak, meaning that he claimed he was with the God, but he was really with Balaam. He was really with Balak the whole time. He was the one acting like he was with the messenger, but he really wasn't with the messenger. He was with Balak because he was holding the messages and talking to Balak to conspire, to go against the God's chosen people. And he was the one who was guilty. You see? So it's more evidence, brothers and sisters. It's all right here. That's why I say everywhere you pull him up, there's nothing good spoken about him. And now we're at the time where he claimed he's not the person who did all these things, but he clearly is, and he's already done all these things. And now we're at the time when the ancient days did sit. You see? And these are events that's about to take place. Brothers and sisters, that's what's about to happen next. This is what he should be telling you. But he can't tell you that because then that means that's exposing him. So he can't tell you that he's about to be destroyed, that the brightness of the coming of the Son, man, was going to destroy him. That's what it says here. It says the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them had the light shined. You see? So you have Suleiman, the sun, and then you have the NOI, which is the darkness. And then it says shadows of death. This is death right here, which we'll show you. Boom. There you go. You have death. So it says the people that walked, you know why? They're darkness, right? The people that walked in darkness, they walked because they was afoot and they was black. That's darkness. Have seen a great light, Suleiman, come down. That's the sun. You understand? He's the sun. If I can, right there, he is the sun. So the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. You see that? Boom. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of dark, in the shadow of death. So take where they are. Here's death. And here's the shadow of it. Because they're black. And upon them have the light shined. So this is the next thing that happened. You see? This is when the accuser of our brother would be casted down. This is when they would accept Suleiman. This is when they would accept the messenger of the covenant. This is the one that it says that the messenger of the covenant is the one you should be seeking. And that's exactly who they're seeking. And they're about to make a move. And they're about to dispose of Farrakhan. And if he tell you that, if he tell you this, then he be getting rid of himself. He can't tell you that because he's supposed to be the great light. He's supposed to be the Messiah. He's supposed to be all these great damn things, but he's not. He's a goddamn demon robbing the nation who's cursed with a visible flame for all eyes to see. You see? For punks and cowards. You see? So, but before Suleiman comes, right? This is how all this stuff is set up, right? All this stuff is set up. right? Before all this happens, right? Because right now, that's exactly what's happening. Right now is the abomination of desolation, right? Boom, it's all tied into that. You understand? And that was the first thing that would happen. And that's happening right now. And the next thing that happened would be Michael's angels go to war with the dragon and his angels. So that means that now that there's a war about to take place with the God in Iran and Syria versus the House of Side in American Britain and false Israel. You see, which is going to, during that time, Superman's going to come and right, he's going to give them that great light and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to clean up the temple, get them ready for the tribulations and to save our people. You understand? And he's out. Him and the elect is out because the elect wasn't deceived by Farrakhan. It was the saints. You see, the elect's not the saints. They were Suleiman. They went everywhere he went. They understood exactly what he was saying. You see? And so they were 100%. You see? So, but before that, this is what's taking place, brothers and sisters. If you look on the Angel Key, you see right here, you got Syria and Iran. And underneath that is EU and Russia. You see? Let me show you. Right here, this is EU. This is Russia. And they're sitting on top of one another right now at this time, and this is the position that they would be before all these things start taking place, because this is when they're right. This is when they came up, right? In the seven churches, they tell you that they was dwelling in where the throne of Satan was, which means they were at the bottom. They were at the bottom here. You see, they were at the bottom here, and then they came up. You see, because now it's time for them to be tested, right? Okay, so it's right here in Revelation chapter 2, which is seven churches book. It says, "Not be fearing what things you are about to be suffering." See, because they're about to go through a suffering. You see, they're about to go through this suffering, right? And this is talking about Michael's angels, right? And they're about to go through this suffering because they're about to be tested. You see, and it says, "Is about to throw the devil out of you into prison in order that you might be tested." Okay, so this, you have to throw the devil out of you in order for you to be tested. And we know that that's angel language for boom. You see, the prison is at the bottom. So you see, where Earth is, EU and Russia, they was thrown out of them. The devil was thrown out of them in order for them to be tested. So now you understand that they were in the hand position and they was thrown out, and now EU and Russia is at the bottom where the prison is, and that's where the feet is too. So now you have Iran and Syria standing up on their feet in order to be tested. They had to be ready, right? So now they're being tested. You see, so they threw the devil out of them in order that they be tested, and you may be having tribulation of days 10. So boom, you see, now that's the war. You see, so you got it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put you right here. And now they're on top of Gog, Magog, and Dajjal, which is American Britain and false Israel. That's the war. That's the silence. You understand? So Days Tribulations 10 is signifying that now there's a war going on in heaven. Michael's angels went to war with the dragon's angels. You see? And now that's what's going on. You see? You have Master Muhammad, the House of Side, in America, and all his angels down here. You understand? All his angels is down here at the bottom. Both of their angels down here at the bottom. They're warring. You understand? And it also tells you right here how you know that it's on point, because you see the Days Tribulations 10, and you see where they are, right? They bumping up against death, and it says, "Be becoming faithful until death," which will signify that they would be right here during this time of this warring, right? And it says, "And I shall give to you the crown of life." Well, that's a promise. Well, that's a reward that Suleiman is offering and giving the Shia for being faithful to death in the kingdom, giving them an offering to be in the kingdom. You see, which is what they're being tested for. Can they be trusted? Are they going to? You see, they're being tested to become a part of the new body, which is the new Jerusalem, the Ark, right? They're being tested to be a part of the body of the new kingdom. You see? So if they are faithful to death, and they will receive the crowns of life, which is the elect up there, right? They become part of the ark, which is something totally different, bro. So we won't get into that right now, but just let you know that you in the right place, right? And okay, so that's what that says, right? That's the seven churches way of letting you know that war is coming. That this is what happens before Suleiman. So Suleiman showing up around this time where they're being tested in Days Tribulations 10, which is the war, the silence, and they have to become faithful till death. You see, so we becoming faithful till death is a sign that there's been no sign of victory or defeat. And at this time, this is when Suleiman comes down. You see, he comes down. He's down there right now, right? Because this is the time he will come. And then you have in seven churches, Revelations, it tells you. It says, I have given in sight of you door. So we know that the sight is the NOI. They're part of the seven spirits of God, which is the eyes, right? And NOI is the eye. And say inside of you door. We know that Suleiman is the door. It said haven't been opened up. So if the door was closed, you understand, there was no light. If the door is open, that means the light is bright, the light is shining. So it said that these two things will be at the same place at the same time. It says, inside of you, I have given inside of you, door having been opened up. See? So that's letting you know that they received the light. It says, which no one is able to shut up it. Meaning that they can't shut down nothing that Suleiman is doing. He's the highest pressure, and higher pressure eliminates lower pressure. And there's nothing that he can do now, you see? Because now he's there. And they accepted him, you see? And now they can't shut up that light. They can't shut that door. That door is open. That light's bright. It is destroying all his enemies. Destroying all the enemies that's in the way. You see? Exposing Farrakhan's and the cockroaches and the rats. That's all in the wire that's blocking the message. And now they're doing away with them. And now they get prepared for the tribulations to save all our people. Because they were deceived by Farrakhan. Uh-oh. Am I in the way? Let me see something real quick. How much I been? Oh yeah, I was in the way. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. I hope y'all can see that. I was in the way. Let me block myself real quick. Alright, here we go. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. So if you can see that, when I was saying that, all this, you couldn't see it, but I'm showing you now so you can see what I was saying. And then now we're here. And okay, so this is where we are. Like I explained, they can't shut that light up, right? So now it's saying that little you are having power, speaking to the NOI, and you observed of me the word, and not you denied the name of me. Okay? So it's saying, see, because it says, we gotta understand that the Son, right? They accepted the Son, right? They accepted the Son, right? And so, it speaks about, if you understand that Master Muhammad, he's David. David had a son named Suleiman, which was Latin for the son of man, right? So, and if you understand that all these characters are the same, David was right. David was the God, and Suleiman was the son of God, son of man, son of God, right? So it was the same thing as when it say that if you deny the right, so the God was the father, and Suleiman was his son, his spiritual son. So it said if you deny the father. If you deny the Son, then the Father will deny you. You see? So it says, and not you have denied the name of me. So you see, they accepted his Son, and now, you see, now they're good. That means that he didn't deny them. Because if they did, then they would toast. This is the last chance they got. They would toast. That's why it's saying that little you are having power, you observed to me the word, and now you denied the name of me. They accepted the light. That can no one shut up. And then now it says what? I am giving out of the synagogue of the Satan. All these things will be in the same place. It's talking about Satan now. I am giving out of the synagogue of Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying, saying that false Israel is Satan. And it says what? I shall make them in order that they will come and they will do obeisance in sight of the feet of you. Okay, so the eye is a sight. It's an eye and a foot, right? Right, it's a foot. And of you, right? So talk to the NOI. So that means that Satan will come and do obeisance inside of the feet of the NOI, right? So where is it, right? But just letting you know, because it's saying all this stuff together. So, but where is it? It's right here where the blood is, because they're making war right now. So if you move it out the way, boom, there it is, brothers and sisters. I shall make them in order that they will come, and they will do obeisance in sight of the feet of you. You see? And now they can see the feet. First they couldn't see. You see? Now they had to come do that because now they, you see, the light is there. The feet were in darkness. Now the light shine, and now the feet is visible, and now they would come and they would do obeisance in sight of the feet of them. You see? This is what they're saying, brothers and sisters. And this is a Suleiman. This is what he would do. He would come, give them that great light. They accepted. They didn't deny the Son. So now the Father didn't deny them. And now he's telling them that, he's saying, hey, this is what I'm doing now. We got to do these things. We got to do some stuff now. You see, now y'all ready. We got to get y'all ready for the people. You see, we got to get y'all ready. Got to get you cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Suleiman, we got to get you cleaned up. Got to get you see, got to do away with all the mess that Farrakhan made and get you prepared and give you all these weapons and give you all the stuff that you need. You see, this angel, give you your God mind, which Farrakhan wasn't giving. You see, because he's a son of a devil. He doesn't have the ability to do a damn thing but suck you dry. He's a damn leech and a damn bloodsucker, right? So, yeah, he's a parasite, you see? So all this is saying this, brothers and sisters, what Isaiah is saying, the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them had the light shined. That's there, brothers and sisters. That's what happens before Suleiman comes to do that, prepare them, and this is what happens before all hell breaks loose and Michael's and his angels defeat the dragon and his angels, which has something to do with the physical side of it, which is the oil, which everyone depends on. And that's going to cause all type of problems here for America, for Britain, for America, for EU, for, you get what I'm saying, for certain European countries. Russia's going to have war, and to see all these things, and Iran, Syria take over the Middle East, and Satan's going to be destroyed, and all these things. You see, that's the ideology of it. That's their whole reality is going to be shattered. It's going to be destroyed, and the physical side of it is going to be shattered. They're not going to have any access to the oil. Then blacks are going to be attacked because they had Satan claim to being the true seed of Abraham, which Satan was supposed to be, and then he's exposed for not being the true seed of Abraham, and now they are, and now. You understand? So now they're attacking you for that. And then now they're attacking you because now they don't have any food. You see? Because they don't have any oil. They don't have any. They can't get around. They can't get their trucks. They can't get food to the markets. They can't power their refrigerators to store food. They can't do anything. Nothing's moving. You see? And now it says that, you see? And this is when they attack you. And they're attacking you because now they can't allow that idea to spread. But not only that, they're hungry. You see? That's what this information you need to know. And don't store up on no damn food, because that's going to make you a target, stupid boy. Stupid Farrakhan. Farrakhan's making you a target. Because if people are starving and they know you got food, which he announced which they broadcast on national television, that y'all got food, then people know where to go. So y'all gonna have food and everybody's not, so they know exactly where to go. And if you cook it up and people haven't eaten, you understand how they know exactly where to go. So you don't want to do that. That's why you need this information here to keep moving forward and know what to do. You understand? And don't forget, during this time, you're still 3/5 of a human, meaning that they declare you as an animal. So if they had no food, who do you think they putting on the menu? Add it up, brothers and sisters. Add it up. All right, brothers and sisters. So, with that being said, it's obvious that the NOI, that Farrakhan, is in trouble. And it says, before the message of the covenant, all were thieves and liars. You see? All. It said not some, all. You understand? At the end of the day, I'll tell you like this. I was dead. I was in a dead state. Until Suleiman came. You understand? I wasn't out here saying nothing. I wasn't out here deceiving my people. I was out here surviving just like them, trapped in the darkness. You see? I didn't do nothing until he raised me up and gave me this light. I was completely dead. Now I can see. You understand? Knowing who I am and what's going on around me, seeing all the lies around me, the 8 billion points of darkness around me. You understand? Seeing what's going on. He gave me the ability to see what's going on. You see? Giving me the ability to see what's going on around me, what's going to happen. You see? How it's going to happen. When it's, you know, these things. Showing me how to keyword, how to unlock the scriptures. You see? I didn't know none of this stuff. Until it came, I wasn't doing anything but what I was doing. Being lied to. Just like our brothers and sisters right now. Being deceived. Being in darkness. Not knowing what's going on. Being in total darkness. You understand? So, I was never... He's been on the scene. He's been on the scene since he was with the messenger. You see? Then, you know, after that, when he broke the seals in 1990, you see, I was being conceived after he broke the seal. He broke the seals, and then, boom, I was conceived. And in 1992, he published the book. The same year I was born. You see? So, he said, all before him was thieves and liars. I was still being conceived and being born. And then, as soon as the plague came, that's when I came. That's when I came to him. You understand? But I was deep in the mud like my folks. And I've been trying to get up since. I've been trying to get myself up. I've been trying to get myself prepared. I've been trying to get in the mode. You see? Because our people we that deep into the mud. These people did a number on us. And I'm still trying to recover. You see? And I gotta give my people, I can't have no excuses. I understand what's going on. You see? There's no excuses in the law books of Islam. I understand what's going on now. You see? So no matter what my past experiences was and what the devil did to me and how much he did to me, he's doing it now to my people. You understand? So I got a problem with that. And now, whatever I got going on, I gotta recover quick. Or I gotta patch it up quick. I gotta limp quick. I gotta crawl quick. Whatever's going on with me, I can't worry about that. You see? I gotta move forward and I gotta get this information to my people because my people need me because I was in the darkness just like them. And now I know how I feel to be in the darkness. Don't feel good. Okay? You just go along with any and everything, holding on to it, kind of hoping that it give you some hope, right? Hoping to give you some hope. And you lose hope because the things you know don't make sense, and you speak to God, they don't speak back to you, and you're praying and hoping and wishing that you'll go to hell every day, and everything you think you're so sinful, so wicked, and you just focusing on not going to hell, and you focus on trying to do right by Jesus, trying to love Jesus, and no matter if the world is set up against you, no matter if the wickedest people are doing better than you, you know what I'm saying? But you're the wicked, you're the evil, you're the sinful one, you don't want to go into hell, you see? And the Farrakhan was supposed to be because he wasn't even supposed to be around. And the message didn't reach me because a demon, sat in the seat of Elijah. You see? The message was preparing a way for the message of covenant. You see? So I was ready to receive him. You see? And my people was ready to receive him. But then they was deceived by a demon. I wasn't even born yet. You understand what I'm saying? So when I was born at the bottom with Satan, with believing in Christianity. I was down there with the devil. You see? That's my experience of life. I was with the devil. You see? I believed in Christianity. I believed in our Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. A damn spook, a spirit that couldn't speak to me. I believed in hell and heaven. Ain't no hell in heaven. Hell and heaven is on earth. And we're in hell. And Farrakhan telling you to stay here in hell in the land of your imprisonment. You see? And then, you see, that's another story. Then I came in contact with a great man. You see? And he was in darkness. You see? But he still was different than most people. You understand? And he was still speaking different. And he was looking. He was searching. And he found it. And I got connected with him. And he rised me above all that. When we got with Suleiman, we got with Suleiman. You understand? Man, listen here. He raised me all the way up. You see? But it still was a lot to handle. You gotta understand. Our person is a dead state. Complete dead. You understand? On my way out. You know what I mean? This is high pressure you messing around with. And they didn't mess with my brain. They didn't mess with You know what I'm saying? My family, my brothers, they messing with my brothers and my sisters. And they done numbers on us. And this is difficult, but I'm not gonna make any excuses. I'm gonna keep getting there and lifting them weights. I'm gonna get in here and show my brothers and sisters the example that they need so they can make it through. Because if you don't, then the consequences remain the same if you step off a cliff unknowingly. Even if you don't know, you get what I'm saying? If you step off a cliff, the consequences remain the same. Your death. So I'm trying to get you to see that you're about to step off the cliff. It don't matter if you don't know it was a cliff. The consequence remain the same. So there's no excuses. Just because you can't bench 300 pounds don't mean that, well, the challenge is still to do it. And if you can't, then you're going to be crushed. You understand? So my job is to give you that ability to lift 300 pounds or better. You see? Because that's what you're going to need to get the hell out of here. You understand? You got to get away from these devils and demons. Complete separation. You got to get thrown out of self. You got to upload the Injil. Get the 5 mathematical pillars of Islam. Get, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, they did this to you, but now we have to go back. We have to fight against what they're doing. And you have to uplift yourself. You have to let go of this reality to be lifted up, to get out of here. You can't hold on to this reality because you'll be destroyed with it. So, and that's what Farrakhan want. He wants you to hold on to this and our blood, sweat, and tears. We ain't going nowhere in this and that. And it said that this place is going to be nuked. It's going to be destroyed, uninhabitable, never to be a nation again. And he wants you to hold on to it because he wants you destroyed along with him. Don't you see what's going on? This place is going to be uninhabitable, destroyed. And he wants you here in the land of your imprisonment. When it said complete separation is the mission. To go back home. To go back to where you belong. Because this is not where you're from. You understand? This is not the language you speak. This is not your culture. These are not your names. This is nothing. You see, what we have with Allah is greater than all of this. And they're trying to get you to take a plea deal. They're trying to get you to take the nails that's going inside your coffin. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.